David here with Figboot on Pens, back again with another fountain pen review. Sometimes when I come across a pen, I get excited because I know that it would be a fun and interesting pen to review. And the pen I have for you today fit that bill for me. I thought it was a nice theme with intriguing artwork. It's a fairly new offering from Opus 88 and is called the Blue Whale. What I'm going to do today is go over the parts and features of this whimsical offering, talk about what I care for and what I don't care for about it. I'll show some measurements, size comparisons, and provide a writing sample, as well as show how to ink up this eyedropper pen. Thanks go out to the Italian retailer Stilo & Stile for providing this fairly reasonable priced pen for review. The pen arrives in this standard Opus 88 box. If you're not familiar with Opus 88, it's a brand based out of Taiwan. Inside, we have a couple of things. There is a use and care guide. There is a glass eyedropper. I kind of like that it's made from actual glass, and as I'll demonstrate later, this will come in handy. And then we have... well, if I can get it out of here, I'm still kind of working one-handed. Well, a couple of things. One is there is an extra O-ring that's in here, which will come in handy. I know it's really hard to see. But here we have the pen. This is the Opus 88 Demonstrator Blue Whale. The base of this pen is a standard Opus 88 demonstrator, but the distinguishing feature of this pen is the whale-themed artwork. First of all, here on the cap, there is a silver water spout. But then on the barrel, there is this cute artwork of what I believe is a humpback whale. I like the detail of the spots or the barnacles on his back. Okay, humpback whale fact time. They can grow up to 60 feet in length and live up to 80 to 90 years. Their tails can be as wide as 18 feet. The distinctive lines on the underside are called throat grooves. That's not an attractive sounding name, but they do serve a purpose. Those are grooves of excessive skin and expand and contract, allowing the whale to scoop up giant mouthfuls of food and water when it's feeding. Then in the background, we have this triangular themed geometric design with light blues representing the shimmering surface of the ocean water under the sun. I don't believe any portion of this artwork is hand-painted, but it does look very nice. They've done a good job of making this whale set itself apart from the background, giving it more of a three-dimensional look and making the seafaring giant come to life. Okay, let's take a look at the top of the cap. The top is flat. On the very top, we have this design. Now, I will admit that this design confused me for a bit. What I think it is a continuous line drawing of two stylized whales around a globe. The lack of tail flukes on the whales threw me off a bit, as well as the odd globe, but I do think that is what it is. This transitions into the standard Opus 88 clip. The ball on the end helps you use it easily with materials of varying thicknesses. There is a bit of a translucent part to the cap where you can get a good look at the nib. Bonus points for it being aligned with the clip. The cap is straight, and then at the end of the cap, there is a rounded step down, minimizing the transition from the cap to the barrel. The barrel is also straight. Near the end of the barrel, you'll find the name of the company, and after that, the end of the barrel has a transparent piston knob. When you look straight down, it provides a mesmerizing view, like you're staring into the depths of the ocean. The cap twists off with 4 full rotations. That is a bit excessive. 2 or 3 is fine, but with 4, it just seems like a bit much. Once you have twisted enough, underneath we have a stainless steel number 6 Yovo nib, which is available in extra fine, fine, medium, broad, and a 1.5 millimeter stub. There's even Flex Extra Fine and Flex Fine offered as well. And here's a look at the plastic feed. The section begins with a very slight flare and then angles up fairly steeply until you reach the resin cap threads and a small step up to the remainder of the barrel. The section also contains some artwork of a tail fluke splashing about. Something I really like is the placement of the section artwork. It's in direct alignment with the nib, so for me, with the way I grip the section, the artwork is pretty much visible between the gap in my grip. I appreciate that attention to detail. The section is comfortable in the hand, and the pen is plenty long enough to use unposted, which is a good thing because this pen is not designed to post. Overall, the pen is fairly light. It's very well balanced in my hand. This pen utilizes a Japanese eyedropper system. There is a piston inside the barrel. When you remove the section, this is what the seal portion of it looks like. And on the end of the section, there is an O-ring in order to prevent any leakage. You ink up this pen using a syringe or the provided eyedropper. During the writing sample, I'll show you how to ink up this pen. Once there is ink in here, when the piston is screwed shut, the ink in the barrel is sealed off from the forward section. When you need some more ink, or if you have an extended writing session, you simply unscrew the back, which will crack open that seal and the ink can flow freely between the two chambers. Even though you can, it's not necessary for you to pull this piston all the way out. Just unscrewing it a bit will do the trick. Like I said, I'll ink this up here in a minute. While the Opus 88 Blue Whale hasn't been out for very long, it has been very popular. Several websites are currently sold out. On the Stilo & Stile site, the pen is currently still available and retails for 115 euros, which with the current conversion rate equates to right around $125. I've seen this pen offered at a few domestic retailers for about $25 more, so Stilo & Stile is offering this pen at a pretty decent price point compared to other retailers. Opus 88 has produced a number of quality pens at somewhat budget-friendly prices, so this is something that is worth checking out, especially if you enjoy the whale motif. Okay, now it is time for some measurements, size comparisons, and a writing sample. So here we have the Opus 88 Blue Whale. I wanted to give you another closer look. There's the whale spout there. There's the mysterious logo here on the top. And the really nice artwork that's here of the humpback whale. I just think it looks really cute. So I had mentioned that, well, you know what? First of all, let's do some size comparisons. So in regard to another Opus 88 pen, this is another demonstrator, and you can see that it's virtually the same size, but just different trim. Here is an Opus 88 Coloro. And then in regard to a couple of other non-Opus 88 pens, here it is with a Sailor Pro Gear. Then we have the Faber-Castell Lume. We have a TWSBI Diamond 580 Iris. And then finally, we have a Delta Dolce Vita. This is one of the newer models. In regard to uncapped comparisons, this is with the Delta Dolce Vita. Here it is with the TWSBI Diamond 580. And here it is with the Sailor Pro Gear. Okay, let's go ahead and ink up this pen now. You can see inside we have the piston knob that you kind of eyedropper around. And for an ink, I thought I would use the appropriately named Lamy Pacific Blue. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. We're going to use the eyedropper to get some ink in here, and then carefully go ahead and just drop it in there. And that one, you can get a good look at the ink situation in here, but it didn't fill it up that much. So let's go ahead and do it again. This one might take a couple. Okay, that filled it up just about to the fluke there. You know what? We'll go ahead and do one more. We'll give it a decent fill there. So then let's go ahead and seal this off. And you can see that it is sealed here on the end and sealed here, so no ink is getting into the chamber. But then let's see if we can see this happen in real time. If I unscrew this, then ink can go ahead and flow into the chamber. Now it's actually flowing through the feed there, so it's not filling up the feed with the ink. So let's go ahead and give that a second. Sometimes if you wave it around like this, it helps with some of the capillary action, but we'll get the ink flowing. Okay, here we go with the writing sample for the Opus 88, and this is the Blue Whale. And as you saw, well, actually, this is a broad stainless steel nib. And as you saw earlier, the ink that I'm using is Lamy. This is Pacific Blue. This is what the ink looks like. It's a nice vibrant blue, as opposed to something like Tassia, which is a little bit more muted. And then this is Faber-Castell's Surf Blue. So their surf is a little bit more muted than the Pacific Blue. And here we go with the rest of the writing sample. This broad nib is very pleasant. I will say I've been getting into more broad nibs lately. You're not going to get a lot of line variation out of here, even if you push that. The ink flow is fairly decent on that nib. And in regard to reverse writing, it's a little bit scratchy and a little bit spotty. But then in regard to some fast writing, the feed keeps up well. So there you have the Opus 88 Blue Whale. I just think that this is an interesting pen with an interesting theme. I just think it looks really cute. And it's reasonably priced as well. So check it out on the Stilo and Stile website. Okay, until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.